Welcome to our program on developing successful global joint ventures and alliances. This program is based on the book and video of author and international business consultant Dr. Hiru Bijlani. Joint ventures and alliances that are done in haste are compared with love marriages. Love marriages are characterized by emotion and passion. Joint venture and alliances are characterized by emotions and a mutual desire to seek partners with a view to enhance growth and reputation. People or companies experience mutual attraction based on emotions and make haste to join hands. Such decisions made in haste go waste, as later they face problems when they realize they are not compatible with each other for various reasons. In an arranged alliance, mutual compatibility is verified prior to getting into any sort of agreement. Companies and individuals size up one another and enter into agreements with much more willingness to give than to take. These sort of alliances and ventures always end up with success. In today's complex business environment, an organization by itself can't meet all of its clients' demands. It is therefore through alliances and joint ventures that the unique expertise and strengths of individual organizations are united for mutual benefit and total customer satisfaction. In this module, you will learn to define globalization, vision and mission, identify the corporate strategy and profile, define the SWOT analysis, state the global survey and geographical possibilities, list the country-specific industry analysis, list joint venture and alliance options, explain the importance of cultural adaptation, identify the potential problems related to a global alliance. Globalization means looking outwards. When a company starts looking outwards, it has to start with looking within. The planning and execution of successful international joint ventures and alliances rests on this. The process of self-examination and introspection is really the starting point. The vision of a company refers to what its founder or chief executive officer wants to achieve in the long term. Mission statement is a more focused and realistic statement drawn from the vision. This statement is later translated into objectives and targets. There are some key elements which influence the vision and mission statement of an organization. While looking inwards, the objectives and targets are enumerated with specific focus on market leadership, quality, customer orientation, entrepreneurial management, global leadership. The above focus will ensure customer satisfaction and preference, profitability growth, stakeholder satisfaction, empowerment of employees. This is possible through continuous improvement of processes focused on total quality, productivity and cost effectiveness, and an environment created where each individual enjoys his or her work and has an urge to excel. Each individual gives his or her best to achieve the shared vision. Each individual's contribution is recognized and valued. A joint venture and alliance, though effective, is very complex, and hence it is imperative to understand what it takes to enter into a joint venture and alliance. One has to be systematic and thorough. A specific corporate strategy has to be formulated, having its focus on high technology, product innovation, market extension or penetration, and diversification. To enter into a global market, it is essential to ascertain whether one's company has the potential of a global player. The following criteria has to be considered: new markets, economies of scale, competition, advantages of geography, example, proximity to markets, proximity to raw material sources, lower labor costs, minimizing logistics costs, and a more favorable legislation. Match the correct feature with the correct aspect of global alliance by dragging the alphabet of the aspect in the empty box provided. Then, click on the Submit button. Click on Start to begin. Prior to entering into a new joint venture or alliance, a number of points pertaining to one's company should be analyzed. The company's history, financial position and growth, company's product mix, manufacturing processes, human resources, the competition. Click on each link to know more. The company's history, date of foundation, founder, reasons for foundation, achievements, growth, changes over the years. financial position and growth, capital structure, turnover, profitability. Product mix, evolution, volumes, contributions, markets. Manufacturing processes, machinery, technology, plant and processes, research and development. Human resources, numbers, growth, profile, age, sex and qualifications, skills, training and professionalism. Competition, market size, past competitors and present competitors, position in the market. SWOT is a dynamic process and must be seen from a global perspective. The key components comprising SWOT are strengths, weaknesses, opportunities and threats. These components are further classified into internal factors and external factors, positive factors and negative factors. Let us now learn about the internal factors of the SWOT analysis. Strengths. The following criteria have to be taken into account while analyzing strengths. Does the company have a core competence? If so, identify it. What are the company's strengths? Example, market size, committed people, financial resources, infrastructure, and strong technological base. Weaknesses. The following criteria have to be taken into account while analyzing weaknesses. Is the company able to identify its weaknesses? What areas they are in? Example, technology, quality consciousness, research and development, poor people commitment, and poor money management. Let us now learn about the external factors of the SWOT analysis. Opportunities. The following criteria have to be taken into account while analyzing opportunities. What opportunities are available? Example, new markets, new products or product redefinition, higher volumes, cost economies, and government policy changes. Where does the optimum opportunity lie for the company? How to locate it? Threats. The following criteria have to be taken into account while analyzing threats. What are the threats to the company by way of competition, government legislation, geographic limitations, and technical obsolescence? Match the correct feature with the correct aspect of global alliance by dragging the alphabet of the aspect in the empty box provided. Then, click on the Submit button. Click on Start to begin. The global survey of the industrial sector is the starting point of finding optimum opportunity outside. The following questions have to be asked while doing the survey. What is the global scene in the industry we belong to? What is the nature of the industry in our country and in the other countries? What are the trends? Where is this sector headed to? Who are the major players? What are the technology levels within the company, in the other companies, in our country, in the other countries? Is there a country where our level of technological development is relevant? What is the scope for the company? Or is there a niche in the global market for the company? While considering geographical possibilities, there should be clarity whether the focus is to be on a particular country or a set of countries. Country or industry-specific reports can be obtained from Economist Intelligence Unit, EIU, and World Bank reports, various development bank reports, relevant business publications. From these reports, we have to decipher what exactly we are seeking by way of information and how this information can be analyzed. When information is to be gathered, the emphasis and focus is to be laid on these areas: development of the economy on the macro level, government policies and attitudes, finance and infrastructure. Click on each link to know more. Development of the economy on the macro level. This is further divided into 1. Economic indicators like economy size, growth rate and inflation rate, investment levels, GNP, GDP, per capita income, and stability of currency, savings rate, and purchasing power parity. 2. Global orientation like trade performance and investment performance, levels of protectionism. Government policies and attitudes. Policy regarding legislation, policy regarding economy, fiscal or monetary policy, socio-political stability, responsiveness to global change, laws regarding competition, intervention in business and bureaucratic impediments. Finance, efficiency and diversity of capital markets, quality of financial services, maturity of financial markets, interest rates, banking infrastructure, capitalization of stock markets, Availability of venture capital. Infrastructure. Information systems. Communications system. Transportation system. Ports. Legal system. Utilities like water and power supply. When seeking a joint venture abroad, the following criteria for risk evaluation may be considered: inflation, interest rate, economic growth, GNP, per capita income, country stability and business confidence. Place your mouse pointer on each criteria to know more. Click on the table button to view the table of risk evaluation. Inflation. Score 10 for levels of inflation up to 1.99%. Deduct 1 point for every 2% rise in inflation thereafter. Interest rate. Score 10 for levels of interest rate up to 1.99%. Deduct 1 point for every 2% rise in interest rate thereafter. Economic growth. Start at 0. Add 1 point for every 1% estimated GDP growth up to 10. Country stability and business confidence. Draw on information gathered by circulating a questionnaire to diverse groups such as bankers, lawyers, businessmen, etc. Score on a scale of 1 to 10 for each. Match the features with the correct aspect of global alliance by dragging the features and placing them on the respective aspect. Then, click the Submit button. Click on Start to begin. The risk evaluation analysis can be supplemented with country competitiveness analysis. The factors for evaluation in this analysis are quality of management, level of science and technology, professional relationships, people-related parameters, corporate values and attitudes. Click on each link to know more. Quality of management, product quality, competitive pricing, productivity, use of technology. Level of science and technology, scientific or technological capacity, development of basic or applied research, government patronage in this area, country's investment levels in this area, integration of R&D into business. Professional relationships with employees, with consumers, with suppliers, with the government. People-related parameters, language spoken, literacy rates, types and levels of education, investment in education, motivation and skills of labor force, attitude to work, value systems and quality of life. Corporate values and attitudes towards environmental protection, towards social obligations. The ideal evaluation can be done through personal observation by visiting the country yourself. You can derive an evaluation analysis by interacting extensively, building a data bank of first-hand facts, developing fact-based opinions and insights, living amongst the people in their society and getting a feel of the country. Care must be taken that the personal observation covers not only what is happening but also what might happen in future. First-hand is okay, subjective is not okay. Developing a feel of the country and its people that is grounded in reality. Do not return with more personal kind of impressions. Once the country of one's choice is decided, the state of one's industry in that particular country has to be examined. The key factors for the industry analysis in the country of one's choice are industry-related factors, level of technology, where does the country in question stand, what is the comparative importance of R&D, are R&D investment levels substantial, supporting industries, what are the related industries, what are the supporting industries, ancillaries, are they developed to some level of sophistication, industry dispersal, how is our industry dispersed, are there concentrated pockets, are there gaps to be filled. Some more key factors for the industry analysis in the country of one's choice. Demand assessment. Who are the major industry players? What are their existing capacity levels? Is there spare capacity available? What is their market share? What are their plans for growth? Competition levels. Who is the competitor? Are the levels of competition high? Are they so high as to erode potential profit margins? New entrants. Is someone already knocking on the door? Will there be increased capacity? Will there be new product features? How will this affect the market share and profit margins? Additional key factors for the industry analysis in the country of one's choice. Competitive advantage. Are there some areas of competitive advantage one can avail of? Does one offer lower costs? Does one have a different product range? Is it possible to maintain this advantage? Supplier network and competitive strengths of suppliers. Is the potential supplier network a good one, or will one need to develop it further? How strong are these suppliers? Will they sustain to one's original advantage? Is the potential supplier network strong? Discerning levels of buyers. What are the trends in our consumer sector? What are the levels of sophistication? What are the levels of obsolescence? How does this affect our product characteristics? Substitute products. Are these a threat, or could they become a threat? Is there a large marginal market that may switch? Before actually making the final choice, it is necessary to clarify the type of tie-up which is both desirable and possible to enter into. If you don't know where to go, then you will reach where you don't want to go. Let us now determine the options available: exports, licensing, management contracting, contract manufacturing, technical assistance agreement, buying or taking over businesses, setting up a joint venture or an independent business system. The following criteria need to be clarified before firming up of the choice of tie-up. Is it a rep office that is needed now? Would a technology transfer be possible? Are there any other non-investment routes? Is there going to be an investment? Will it be a majority-minority equality choice? Is a strategic alliance what is needed? External forces such as government legislations too influence the tie-ups. Ownership and finance, distribution of profits or repatriation, personnel to be employed, whether there is liberty to employ expatriate. Some of the other factors include analyzing whether one's industry is a priority in the new place. Are there incentives involved? What are the bureaucratic delays involved in the various options? A stock has to be taken of what one has in order to achieve a tie-up that is both desirable and possible. This entails a resource review where the following factors have to be considered: money, manpower, technology, what one can get out of the alliance, what one can give in an alliance, and what can be developed together. The choice of partner depends on the available and required resources and synergies. In order to understand who will be an ideal partner, the following criteria will have to be considered. What is the desired partner profile? What is the optimum partner size? Click on the above links to know more. What is the desired partner profile? Focus on size and ownership, financial parameters, technological levels, market access and product range, human relations, political affiliations, potential partners, strategic interest. What is the optimum partner size? The bigger the partner, the bigger the downside. Is it a small company with potential growth? Is it a small stake? Is the partner a government company? Is it a private or public sector company? Is it a family-run business or a professional organization? There are various factors to be considered when in search of a foreign collaborator: market access in terms of image and brand popularity, current and future technologies, rapport and synergy, company size and product range, ability and willingness to invest, currency, logistics, language. When the partnership choice is between two companies, one has to see which of the two companies match up with the subjective criteria. If both the companies match up equally on the parameters, the next step will be to make the selection depending on the outcome of the analysis of seeing the company at work, watching the company's people in action, examining the company's processes in operation. While evaluating a partner, the following criteria have to be considered: their management style, their willingness to share control, willingness to adapt and compromise, the trust, openness and patience displayed by them, compatibility between them and us. Match the features by dragging them and placing them in the respective box. Then, click the Submit button. Click on Start to begin. Lack of understanding of cultures has resulted in the failure of many of the alliances worldwide. Lack of understanding of cultures has resulted in the failure of many of the alliances worldwide. People take the understanding of cultures very lightly, and this can become quite fatal. In the global market, every country is an amalgam of languages, traditions, and cultures. Further, relationship building is basic to any successful business management. Hence, cultural adaptation is vital for any global alliance to thrive successfully. Understanding cultural differences is useful in global alliances as culture gives meanings to words and actions, and foul-ups can be prevented. Equally important is the size of the project. Proper feasibility studies should be carried out by professionals. The size of the project, including the extrapolation of future demand, should be analyzed. A right balance in terms of project size and funds availability should be ensured. Some of the common culture-related problems can be summed up as the following. Place your mouse pointer over each tab to know more. A host of potential problems concerning the project, the place, and the partners involved must be critically and carefully reviewed before embarking on a joint venture or alliance. Some of the problems can be listed as conceptual problem, government-related problem, finance-related problem, time schedule-related problem, problems related to them, problems related to us, problems related to the partnership. Click on each link to know more. Conceptual problems. Conceptual problems are numerous and critical. Getting it right starts at the beginning. A thorough research is required in country choice, partner choice, project size. Government-related problems. Be aware of the government policies towards foreign investments and the likely impact that a change in government will have. The government's availability of resources and track record. Government officials' expectations in terms of favors or friendships. Finance-related problems. When the cost factor is not properly analyzed, the result is delays, abandonment of projects or sellouts. Time schedule-related problems. With effective project management techniques and a good project team, project time can be kept under control. Time schedule is affected due to approvals, funds, infrastructure. Problems related to them. The culture, value systems, business objectives, vision, mission and strategy of the owners of the business should be understood. It is advisable to have partners who manage to get things done and are politically neutral. Problems related to us. It is important that one is committed to the alliance and provides all the necessary inputs. One must analyze the following criteria. How is one perceived and can one gain social approval? Can one commit senior personnel and ensure their continuity? Is one ready to adapt culturally? Can one develop and build on the environmental expertise needed? Problems related to the partnership. The following criteria need to be analyzed in partnership problems. Are there conceptual barriers? Are there attitudinal obstacles? Can both the sides make the cultural adaptations necessary? Do both the sides understand individual or collective roles? Are both sides' contributions balanced? Who has the power control? Is there synergy? Match the problem with the category by dragging the problem and placing it on the respective category. Then, click the Submit button. Click on Start to begin. In this topic on developing successful global joint ventures and alliances, you learnt the meaning of globalization, vision and mission statement, the key elements which influence the vision and mission statement of an organization, the corporate strategy having its focus on high technology product innovation, market extension or penetration and diversification, how to analyze one's company prior to entering into a global venture. This is achieved by taking into consideration the company's history, financial position and growth, company's product mix and manufacturing processes, the human resources and the competition. The dynamic process called the SWOT analysis, whose key components are strengths, weaknesses, opportunities and threats. The global survey of a country involving the geographical possibilities, the risk evaluation, the country competitive analysis, and personal observation. The country-specific industry analysis includes several factors: industry-related factors, level of technology, supporting industries, industry dispersal, demand assessment, competition levels, new entrants, competition advantage, supplier network and competitive strengths of suppliers, discerning level of buyers and substitute product. The various options available which have to be considered before entering into a joint venture or alliance are exports, licensing, management contracting, contract manufacturing, technical assistance agreement, buying or taking over businesses and setting up a joint venture or an independent business system, the firming up of choice of types, taking stock of money, manpower and technology, and selecting the ideal partner by identifying the partner profile and the optimum partner size, the search of foreign collaborators and partner evaluations when the choice is between two countries, the importance and related problems of cultural adaptation, the potential problems faced during global alliances or joint ventures. End. We have come to the end of our program, which we hope has helped to enhance your knowledge on developing successful global joint ventures and alliances. Thank you and goodbye.